All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, and it's your boy Dave coming back at you live. Welcome back to Prosperity Trades, and it is a happy Tuesday, May 14th. Let's get started here with our market news. We got the market saying that the Dow Jones Industrial Average posted its first loss in 9 days. The Dow fell 81.33 points or 0.21%, while the S&P 500 inched lower by 0.02%, and the Nasdaq Composite added 0.29%. Traders are grappling with inflation expectations ahead of two key reports this week: the Producer Price Index on Tuesday and the Consumer Price Index on Wednesday. Economists polled by Dow Jones estimate the PPI gained 0.3% from the previous month. Getting into the watch list of things, this so far looking great. So in pre-market, we had a lot of these meme stocks popping on up. So let's get into them right now, going into let's just go into AMC here since it's already up on the screen. Great play if you guys were able to get up early here at 8:55, breakout entry around 7 o'clock, and we just saw this thing running up all the way up to 1330s here so far on AMC. So AMC being a meme stock followed by GameStop. You're seeing a nice run up here as well. I mean, this is not your little mini float. This is going to be those higher float stocks, but, it's got a lot of attention right now since with the GameStop running yesterday. So USA Entertainment Company, you guys know this is a theater company, 294 million float. And yeah, just pretty much the meme craze as the company completes their $250 million share sale. So looking great for AMC today. Being above $10 is good. Being bullish, still nice higher lows and building a little bit of this higher high so far from this bottom right here. So we'll be continuing to keep our eyes on for the continuation of this higher low and higher high. We have the pre-market high at 1330. So we just want to keep an eye on that one. All right, moving forward, I have GameStop, GME sitting at 60. $2.61. Another great play if you guys were up for the 48.80 break, and we got all the way up to $80 a share. So what a phenomenal runner on GME. I mean, it is giving us that good old GameStop vibe days. Definitely Roaring Kitten coming back from yesterday, the first post, I guess, in a while on X. So yeah, we'll see. Right now on GME, I'll be kind of waiting it out until the market opens on up, at least like 5 minutes in, and then go from there. All right. I think we already know we don't really have much to say about GME. This is another same float as, similar float as AMC, 266 million float. It's the same thing. You guys already know. I don't need to talk about GameStop at this point. All right. Now, the other stocks you got is, I think, Koss. Okay, Koss is also, I believe, it is a meme stock. Let's just kind of double check. So USA Tech Company, 5.2 million floats, another low float stock. And so yeah, I mean, there's no like new news or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure Koss is one of the meme stocks. So that's another reason why we're watching here. I have a play for 625. It's going to be the next area to re-break again for it to be a play. Mark's up in about less than a minute, but besides all that, really, it's just going to be plug that we're going to be watching here as well. So okay, let me just double check here. Let's get Holly volume up. You got, market on the future side of things looking pretty good here. Let me get Holly volume up. Okay, so we got the market opened on up. We got 6 hours and 30 minutes to go for the stock market. I expect a lot of these stocks that already ran up to kind of pull back a little bit. Okay, so real quick plug. This one, if you go back to Prosperity Trades, there was a play for 475. So everything really has been hitting our PT levels when they break. So plug right here, 475 to 510. Okay, if you guys got that right there at 922 out, you were listening to the music here, or maybe not, but mic test music session, we just hit PT. So now 475 is going to need to be the support on PLUG. Keep in mind, PLUG does have a brand new press release. This one on ANQ just hit that deviation 2 line, so you do want to watch out for the sell Okay. Plug. It's 475, so high flow, 600 million flow. So keep that in mind.
BCANT, hollow, go, big, CUTR, real, HKD, BLNK, Riley, CTNT, run, ELWS, DCTH, EBS, WW, FUTU, big, BFL, CSN, CTNT.
Okay, I think we got a lot of wicks into this line here on NQ, so you do want to watch out, especially into the deviation 2 line. I do think we're going to need a little bit of pullback at the market opening here to the 14 EMA or so watch out. But plug, great. Let's go back to number 1 gainer, CTNT. This is not on my watch list, but again, there's a reason why it's not on my watch list. It's just looks like crap. Not much volume there compared to these behemoths. 48 million flow of volume already traded on GME. You know, it's at a $60 a share stock compared to this little rat, $4. So, you know, big difference there. So right now, costs, we're starting to get that juice again. This is the only one left right now that isn't that is trying to go at 625. We need a candle break here, folks.
LPSN.
On costs. Right now, GME is halted, so you're gonna have to wait for that one. You need a candle break at 625, so wait for the confirmation there. This is the only one left on the alerts that we have yet to see it
CTLX.
break and hit PT.
Top, FOSL. Row.
Right now, NQ is down 15 points for the day. So right now, RSI did bend down here. We are looking to see it being more on the bearish side right now at the moment.
DRSP. ACIU. CTLC.
There it is. Nice pullback. Like I said, stay bearish at that deviation 2 line.
CUTR. MLG.
Costs, it's got a 659 up halt right now. It is testing right here, right now.
FULNC. HUYA.
625 candle break, line testing. You got an up halt still now, 665 up halt showing now. There it is. This is the one running now. 665 stocks are hot right now. Futures taking a beating now, as it should after the deviation 2 line. Very simple day today on futures. All you need to do is watch out for the 830. Oh, hot baby. 665 now. Up halt is here. Let's see if it sticks on up. 677 up halt now. They raise it up.
CRSPW. HKD.
677 up halt, still showing great healthy signs here on costs.
SFR.
Whew.
HUYA. SFIX. SLNC.
So if you guys got that, you know, deviation 2 line earlier to the 14 EMA, congrats. Costs for the stock, guys. We are going 689 up halt now.
PSFE. 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 SCDG. PSFE.
AMC's also halted down, by the way. Same thing with GME. Costs and halted up. Well done, everybody. Costs halted up. This is our latest trade of the morning. If you go back to Prosperity Trades, so far everything has hit PT. Congratulations. You have entered into the winners table.
CUTR. Top.
Just the same old regular day in the park. You just rinse and repeat. Nothing new, folks. Just stay disciplined and then look at these same old lines and we get and suck that money in from the market. That's how we do it every day here at Prosperity Trades.
SFIX. 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 CUTR.
Don't get distracted by all that, you know, noise out there. Just stay focused in your lane and, you know, money's just going to keep on coming towards your way, folks. All right, so now we're going to have to wait for cost for the unhalt, which is going to be at 9:40 and 16 seconds. We got, you know, a little bit less than 5 minutes now to go. GME, let's kind of revisit that one here. Like, it seems like right now all the meme stocks have been really one of the most popular. I think obviously GME being a big runner in pre-market, same with AMC. It's no surprise that we are getting a little bit of that pullback. As to costs, the other meme stock here that is, you know, it pulled back, held up again, and this was a special line that we need to break, and now we got to halt up from that breakout line there. All right. Right now, overall, after the pullback down to 14 EMA, I hope you did cover, and then it is still holding a little bit of this higher low here, folks, on NQ. So it is back to this neutral zone here, going red to kind of green zone here. At 8:30, we saw a huge plunge, all the way down here, and then we wicked back, came back on up. Now, I do expect a little bit of few wicks into the deviation 2 line here. We're still not really at the oversold or overbought territory, excuse me. So just kind of watching this area, but we have not seen a candle, anything at all above the deviation 2 line. So it should be some wick or two on this area.
Top DCTH DCTH DCTH. DCTH TPI.
At this point, at this time, another big resistance at the deviation 2 line. Doesn't make any sense to keep on trying to push for the red to green move, especially into the neutral zone. I mean, you had to be, I don't know, on something today to make that kind of mistake. So be smart. If you're trying to buy it, wait for the confirmation of the candle to close above the deviation 2 line in case this thing wants to go. But right now, the market is sort of, a little bit in a neutral zone here at the moment. It's not like too bullish or it's not bearish at this time, but it is something we need to keep in mind. Remember, at 10 o'clock, folks, for my futures traders, we do have Powell speaking. So that's going to be a high impact time. But a lot of folks are going to be very careful at 10 o'clock. Fed Chair Jerome Powell is going to be speaking. So just want to make sure you guys are aware of that.
DCTH PTLO Goods. Free. BZFD SRTS RGF. AMLX MGNX. GRP PMKR CAPR HUYA. CAPR, SURG, SURG, AGVA, W, NOTV, NVCR, TTIC, ZEM, ED, ABXL, PGY, RECAL, PSFE, LUNR, CRK, HUD, EAT.
Okay, cost should be getting unhalted here relatively shortly. So get ready here as should be at 940.
LMND, SMR, SRTS, SRTS, MLGS, SRTS, FUTUYA. RPHF.
Here we go. Unhalted costs. Where it looks like right now we are back down at this time. 682 still the up halt, 558 down halt. So we do need to watch out there.
TPIC.
$6 national support. Back to futures real quick. You got the deviation 2 line trying to break through. Costs holding at $6. We don't want to see that thing really go down below the 200 EMA at 560 there. That's going to be the bottom. So far the high 689.90 area there. Looks like buyers. We want to see buyers kind of coming back in on costs. Because right now the stock market world, we don't have anything else right now running. So with GME and AMC being halted down. So, maybe cost could be potentially the only one right now that's still getting that juice. Plug kind of came down to the 200 after hitting PT. We'll see the VWAP roll later down the road.
BZFD, NBEI.
So right now, 625 is going to need to build at support, folks. You don't want to see the Heikin Ashi candlestick starting to build below the 625. There goes deviation 2-line breakout. Like I said, do watch out in case, because right now it's still making higher lows right now. So right now the bulls are taking control after the downtrend breakout right here. So hopefully you guys were paying attention.
SPT, MMMD.
Okay. So I got I don't really have any label lines until all the way to 18,377. Now, can we see that today? Probably not.
REKR, agree, REKR.
I think 18,330 here is going to be the max for me from what I see here.
REKR.
Okay. It looks like cost for now, we're
SMR.
not seeing a whole lot.
CSLR.
CTNT being #1 gainer could be interesting. There could be some flies swarming in over there. There seems to be some PR there, so we could look for that. So CTNT, let me revisit that one real quick. Right now, I don't have any position on NQ, just watching to see how this goes. Like I said, I think that 330 area is going to be around the top before it pulls back pretty good. Because right now, this is a very nice candle for the bulls. So 330 around the 328 to 330, I would say.
HUYATK.
Let me see what the CTNT news was, because this is a 1.5 million flow and that PR came. Okay, so it's just some pricing of 8.19 million follow on public offering. So I don't really care for that one. If you guys want to get on that, then that's fine. But Hollow, I didn't really give a rat's ASS about either. Yeah, it seems like coming back to reality a little bit here with GME, straight back down to where we started in pre-market at 49. So, you know, we'll see if that could be a decent re-entry again. And AMC as well, that should be the same case. AMC was back around, what was it? 860, 858 from ended up saying 860. So $10 still holding. This trend line already cracked, obviously. So right now the stocks are looking a little not that great.
BZIO, BLNK, Kappa, DOCN, ELICO, PTLO, BUZI.
Meme stock come back to reality here. That was suddenly it was very nice run up.
NYMT,
Very nice.
GRPN, ALLR. ZIM, TRUP. HYMC. BZFD, FBRR.
Okay, so hopefully you're not fighting this one too hard to shore right now, because this is still bullish right now. I'm waiting personally for a short once we enter the overbought territory, or as it gets closer to this 18,330 line to the 18,340. Now, the longer it takes for it being bullish, it's going to raise up these target levels here.
DLNK. BUZI.
I'm gonna go back to GME because right now that area back at where we started looks kind of juicy here. So it should get unhalted here at 9:47, so in about 3 minutes.
GOEB.
So the exact entry was 48.85. So GME 48.85 was the first entry this morning to $80, right? Pretty much. So watching for this to come back down to that previous resistance area to become potential support bounce level.
REKR test.
Okay, so Just something to keep in mind right now. We are still bumping on up. Like I said, on NQ, we are approaching. I'm gonna be watching that line next. Excuse me.
W, TMCI, TRUP, CARG, PSFE, BUZI, OMH, HUMA, BUZI.
Hey, I just want to just make sure that you guys were able to hear everything fine on Zoom. Can somebody confirm?
TIRS,
Just want to make sure everything has been good because we are 15 minutes into the market and just want to make sure everybody was able to hear everything on Zoom. Okay, good. Because I know people have been a little bit quiet lately, so just want to make sure everybody's good. I mean, not, you know. So we got that. I think the only thing is maybe the Holly was a little loud maybe for the people on Discord. So I'm trying, it's our second day here. It's not gonna be exactly perfect, but it should be getting better here because I'm getting used to it still.
HUMA,
Just a little adjusting. And yeah, we probably like sometime today there will be a channel, and I'll upload the yesterday's session for anyone that missed it or want to go back and review our live trading session yesterday. I'll upload that. I'm trying to figure out maybe I should probably upload it to a Google Drive and then you guys can have access and get to it there. I'll figure out what's the best way.
STRO,
Okay.
HUMA, BCF,
19.319. So we got, like I said, that 18.328 to 330 area, like I said, is where the last area before the pullback I'm predicting is going to happen. And we pretty much did just now around that level here. So nice pullback, but still not bearish yet because we're not seeing that confirmation for the pullback. GME, guys, watch this line right here where we started, 48. That line I just gave you. This is the area where it needs to start building support again. If it's going below, then we can forget about it because it could just come straight back down. So, but that's around the 500 EMA at that level here. So, okay, really nice pullback here so far though on NQ, guys. This line, this area here, like I said, as close to this line as possible. At 18,330, still relatively bullish. We got a brand new candle now, so we don't want to be seeing the deviation 2-line crack overall. Now deviation 2-line has become support. GME here is starting to build support here at 48.80. So for my stock guys, I think GME is really the one that you should focus on because if GME starts moving back up, then you're going to see AMC and cost following along. This is the daddy of meme stocks right now, folks. So pay attention. Boppy. All right, 49.84. It's up halt right now. It is sitting there right now. So let's see if it sticks on up 49.84. And we are halted now. So hold it. So we got halted off. So if you guys grab some shares back at that 48.80 level, that so far already up $1 from it. So not too shabby. Those are the good opportunities, low risk entry levels that you want to get back in on. Okay. Okay, so what we want to see on NQ is what? well, technically being a higher low, the bulls are wanting to see a higher high again. But however, if we see a lower high, then that could be the start of the what? The new pullback downtrend. And we do eventually want to see it pulling all the way back down to this line right here. You want to see it touching this line again, because it touched here once, twice, 3 times, and it's just constantly been proven to be an effective area. But right now, being deviation 2 line holding and still opening higher lows, bulls just might get between that 18,330 line to 18,340. That would be the next good area for target for the bulls. There is still 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining on that candle.
NLT. MAXF. MPCR. Boots. PCI. GTLV. IDEX. 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 EAT. CGOM. FTR. CGOM. FTRE. MAXF. NR. SAM. Oust. ACDC. M4M. ATML. CRDF. Where? W. GTLV. XPI. No.
Yes, costs. We are still hot. Okay, it's got to re-break the 625 again. Good mention again, Scott. Yep. So GME, as it came back down to that level we first started, ended up getting the momentum again and then halted up. And then, like I said, it's going to follow along with these other guys like AMC and COS. Okay. These other meme stocks are going to follow the daddy. Daddy, come. Don't, don't leave without us. Let's go let me go with you, So they're going to come along. Okay, so 625, we need to start building as support, folks. Okay, so watch for that. Because right now, cost has not gotten the candle break above 625 on the Hikinashi, so pay attention. GME should be getting on halt in about 2 minutes. 670 up on cost showing right now.
CRDF. Horn. CRTS. CARG. MBIM.
Okay, so cost, I would look at this area here. We're at a very important area. Now you want to see deviation 2 line for back to futures real quick. You're starting to make a little bit lower high here. But the deviation is still here, so it could still try to wedge out of this area here and then go for that 330 to 340, somewhere between that line is a good area to sell, in my opinion. If this is going to be successful, that is. Okay, we're starting to get a little bit of juice on costs. We got 50 seconds to go though, still, for this to close above 625. So not a confirmation breakout yet, but it's showing a little bit of, it's wanting to go doesn't mean it's gonna go. Okay, so it looks like lower highs now. Seeing a little bit of red candle. Still got, plenty of time on this candle though to flip. GME, great job for those that rebought back at that 48.80 entry. You're back at now the 53. Amazing. With GME pumping up like this, we should see costs running on up shortly, following along. So we should try to start seeing this thing kind of wedging back up here now. AMC should try to be the same case. Let's go back to AMC real quick. AMC, yeah, it almost came down to that 860 area there. So came down to about 878. So that's pretty good level to see if we can get the buy back in here. Didn't hit the 860 to the T, but I mean, it's like a few cents off, and then look at that pop right now, just at the 984 area there. But it really depends on GME here. I think GME, yeah. GME's looking good though. 55.69 I'll pulp next on GME. 55.69 I'll pulp next. Here we are, 55 now, testing on the ask. 55 and 55 just broke through like it was nothing. 55.69 now. 55.69 now on GME. Beautiful entry from our previous resistance support and halted up. So very nice, folks. Beautiful entry support bounce to halt up at this 50 569. So well done. Right now we're seeing what you want to see for the short side for the futures is I'm waiting for this RSI to turn down and then get that deviation 2 line cracking. Okay, yeah, we're going cracky bye birdie right now. It's starting to look like it's back to the reality here to this trend line. So watch that cover pop, the cover area there, near that 50 EMA or the 21 SMA, somewhere between that line, I'd say. Or right now so far hit the 14 EMA again. Everybody good so far? I mean, fantastic morning for both stocks and futures market here. This area here, what happened? It failed to get this breakout. So what happened? Deviation 2 line started cracking and then started to wipe out the stops, and everyone's starting to get back down to the trend line here again. So we are bearish. Look at the chart, but it is testing the trend line here. So I wouldn't try to short it there. That's kind of a stupid area. That support line right there. It aligns right at the 285 line and the trend line and the 50 EMA. So that's going to be a tough area for the bulls to, for the bears to crack. So we're going to need to give some time here to see what's going to happen. I'd say wait for this to pop one more time up towards the deviation 2 line or this trend line, and then short it between that area there. That's what I would do personally. But with it being hit the deviation 2 line, I'd say, yeah, this crash, let's go all the way down to the deviation 2 line for the bears. The bears are hungry. Let them have their shot at it. I personally still want to see that confirmation next for the crack though. Hey.
ARHS, CPIL, ASAM. Boeing,
Okay. We got still 3 minutes and 35 seconds on this area. We the Bears are gonna need to get the confirmation crack here. The Bulls are like, hold the line, hold door, hold door. Is Holdor gonna be holding and saving the day here at this area for one more pop, or is it gonna get knocked down? Okay, back to GME here. You got that stock looking to get unhalted at the 10:02 line. 25 seconds there. Or 10:03, 25 seconds. Besides that, you got costs that, popped up to a new high today. So congratulations for those that took advantage of the 625 line. Once again, as you know, this has been making a higher lows. So once again, it's a great reminder to show you that trend lines are your best friends. Okay. You have to make sure your trend lines and your horizontal lines, aka your support resistance lines, are there. They're just, I mean, what else can I say? We got rejected into this line at 689. Again, obviously the high day line. We need to break the candle break line there. To be exact, we got a brand new Blues Clues line here at 660 area. So I'm gonna put a line here at the 660 line because that's gonna be our now new support line that needs to hold. So I will mention here costs. Nice rebreak of 625 line to 695, new high of the day, 660, new support line at the moment. Okay. Okay, pay attention. GME, we're gonna need to re-break. I have a line at 55 or 55.97. It will be about 56. So for those that are watching, GME 56 next resistance candle break line worth watching at the unhalt. AMC, the next line would be the 1060. So I'm gonna give you guys everything that I need to give it to you guys, so you make sure you guys are successfully watching. 1060 candle break line worth watching there. Right now, we're still waiting for futures market here for this NQ to crack that trend line. Right now, it is still looking a bit bearish here. We're not seeing much signs of buyers really trying to take up. Like I said, I would wait until it kind of pops up a little bit, then go all the way up there that I want it. But this is the moment of truth right here. It needs to hold. So a strong support area there. Could be a little bit of, okay, we're now down to the VWAP 21 SMA. Again, the Bears are wanting their meal to the deviation 2 line. Because if you look, Bulls right here earlier swiped up to deviation 2 line. Okay, Bears came back in. They got their deviation 2 line. Bulls came back in, and they got their deviation 2 line. Bears came back in, and then what do you think is going to happen? Well, eventually they're going to want their deviation 2 line. Okay, as long as this trend line on the Heikin-Ashi 5-minute candle starts wedging down below this trend line. Right now, it's still awake like I expected to be, because there's a VWAP right there. So now we want to see that continue lower highs and crack this trend line, but it's still holding. All right, I'm gonna go back to GME because right now it cost did pull back down to the same level now at 625. That is your support. GME, like I said, there's a line at 56 candle break line that you need to watch very closely. You don't get the 56 candle closing, then it's gonna pull back, and it so far did. So I need to wait for that candle break at 56. Why? Because look, that was a previous area right there. Around this level, we need to really pierce through above this area here, folks. This is a tough line. So people that bought in earlier, they're gonna sell line to line. At least the smart cookies do. Okay. I mean, at the end of the day, we're day traders, right? Some of you guys, I don't know, you guys like to hold, maybe you sold a, GME, whatever, meme stock headline, or maybe you guys are part of the little, the real Reddit club or whatever you guys, do thing on, and you saw that some, maybe a potential pump was coming, you got an early hold a bag, and you got a nice diamond bag, and that's great. But At the end of the day, we come in here every day and we just simply trade, support resistance, make our money, and then dump it and then move on. That's it. There's no feelings attached to it. You don't need to be marrying these stocks. Doesn't matter if it's GameStop or whatever. I don't have feelings for these guys. Okay, I don't have feelings for the AMC. I don't really care. Okay, we shouldn't. We should not. Because for all we know, for all I know, this thing could just go straight back down to where to $20, or maybe lower again. So don't get all trapped by the hype of the current little kitten roaring. Again, take advantage of it, but don't marry it. Don't fall in love with it. All right, so right now we're on a good bearish downtrend. As you can see here, we're on a nice, we're chugging down nicely here. Meaning what? We're just kind of making that lower highs and lower lows. So we're on a nice, beautiful mission here to lower. Another low should be coming eventually. With the RSI bending down like that. So let's see here. A little bit tricky area though, because this trend line, this body is not really technically cracked yet. So probably best to just wait for a little confirmation. But right now it looks like it's gonna pop one more time here at the 18,300. 18,300 is gonna be that tough resistance line. Okay, so we are actually 7 minutes into 10 o'clock. Let's see, we're into the deviation 2 line. So that candle did not, did swipe back up. We got a minute and 25 seconds to go, but we are testing this trend line here as well. So it's going to be an interesting level here with the deviation 2 line. Technically still lower highs. Real quick pop, shorts come back in. They're gonna still want to get that test back down to that deviation 2 line, I'd say. But there's still room for the bulls if this deviation 2 line does become support again. But tricky area, 18,300 here.
BLBD is RCBL, BLMN. IMNR. RFG, GLWSIL, BERS.
Remember RSI, we did go right down there earlier. So with it being bent down, I'm gonna still wait for the confirmation here. See if it's gonna actually try to do it or not. Could be a big fake out here. Let's see. Bulls barely trying to hold the gains a little bit here. It looks like it is kind of trying here again. Deviation 2 line being a bit of resistance.
LPSFL. SVGI, SVGI. BLBD, IBCP. CRK. Or GL, LPSF, RNAZ. RCEL, CADL. LMN, HIV, TNDL. CGBL. DRBL. RVSN. BHPM, BMBL, CGPL.
GME coming back up to here, that 56 line. We need a candle break there, so be on the lookout. Right now, if you look, we've had lots of wicks into this 183010 line there. So this has been all but wick. So this is acting up as current resistance. You might be able to see another wick here one more time, but just keep that in mind. So right now, that this rate, the bulls could try to take it one more high today again before they wake up and then pull back down again. So be on the lookout here. Let's see.
AHS.
Not bad, but too much wick still. We're gonna use this line now at the moment. Here, see what's gonna happen. We've got still 1 minute and 50 seconds. 50 seconds.
SKLDMR. LPSF, FLNC. LWAY. RNG. NAV.
Less than a minute on this candle left on NQ. GME watching for this 56 candle break. Still not breaking just yet, but it is just near that area. Keep in mind, deviation wise, the Bulls had their shot, the Bears had not gotten theirs. So just keep that in mind. Don't fall in love with being a Bull just quite yet because we're so close to going red again on this NQ. 18300 or the deviation 2 line actually needs to become support. This area right now being resistance with wicks all the way into that 18310 line, as you know. So we got a brand new candle. Bulls might give it one more shot. Let's see. Ah. All right, let's see here. We got cost back down, AMC back down, GME. They just got up. I gave you guys all the lines. All we got to do is just simply wait. Cost just needs to re-break above 625. So now we're kind of sitting tight, patient. We got 15 minutes till 10:30. And then we're going to take a quick stretch break and then wait for the 11 a.m. rubber dip setups. So
FOSL, FOSL. Eyes, Eva.
Okay, pulling back pretty nicely right now on NQ. He'll be watch out here, back to a little bit in the red zone here. Make it may still lower highs technically. It did not make that new high today. But we're getting still in that trend line, so we'll have to see if it's going to hold with cracks. It's going to go all the way down to deviation 2 line for the Bears.
Sit up, sit up, bound. BCAB, CGC, RBSL. Eric, BRCC, UPST, RBR tape.
Right now, that candle does not look as like right there opening at 300. It's just being too strong resistance and just going straight down here. Elevator right down right now to the 21 SMA. I mean, pink deadlines right there at 71 and then 59, 60 area there for deviation 2 line. So this is the area that bulls are going to need to hold up. Otherwise, the next candle is going to be a lower high again. It's going to make a lower low. So already plan ahead and you know, kind of whether plan out.
Power.
21 estimate right now, sort of being sort of your support. But yeah, it's just tough. Less than a minute on this candle until the next candle appears. GME starting to set up one more time for potential breakout. I'm watching area here actually starting to wedge out a little bit. So hopefully GME gets its run at that above 56 candle break. That's going to be really the major key line there. All right, less than 30 seconds. NQ, if the next candle opens below 18,300, this is going to make a lower low most likely. So right now being only 20 seconds, I don't see that happening. So it's going to take the Bears down to another new lower low here. Probably down wick into the pink deadline in my opinion. So right now, let's see. 5 seconds and the next candle should open below 18,300. Okay, there it is. Okay, now we got that. See, and then let it do its thing. RSI bending down again. So yeah, I think a lot of the traders on the stock side made their money and now they're just taking a chill pill, waiting for what's to come at 11 a.m. or maybe, you know, a little bit of 20 minutes before that setup.
GSL. Star.
18,300 testing one more time. This could try to be a wick creation here. Right now, I'm not really too fond of this area here because it's just been proven after time with so much wicks near the deviation two line. So I think they're gonna try to create a wick up here and then try to make that lower low. So let's see. That lower high, lower high. They're gonna try to create that lower high here. And then the Bulls are gonna have to really do their best job to push it out, but it's gonna be tough. Let's see. Hitting the resistance line right now. Generally, where the shorts are gonna look for.
uh,
18,310 line here we are. If the 18,310 becomes support and closes above, then we could potentially see the 18,340s. So that's gonna be where I'm gonna be watching next.
SMT, RX, HUA, RRA, air,
Okay, coming on up nicely there for the Bulls.
STTA, ICE, SMT, RCC,
Okay, GME not breaking above that 56 still, so looks like it's coming down. You got that 18,340 now coming on out for NQ.
RES, SOL, SOL, H, SOL, ON, Allen, CGON, RS, SOL, FNJL,
Okay, 18,360 line coming on up here for NQ. That's gonna be the next big line.
R, STTO,
Very nice pot for the Bulls. It's hitting the upper trend line.
YCR, LPSM.
So just hit that upper trend line right there. Very coming up to that overbought territory.
SMR. Go ahead.
So overall body on the Higurashi held here at the 18,300 and then so far nice pop. So let's see if it gets rejected here. The only label line I have is 18,377. So it went up a little bit higher than I expected, but overall nice pop for the bull. So watching that, GME still needs to break the 56.
West Star. IFNR. Jesus. Go ahead. Cut. FFAL.
All right, so a pretty good area to watch for here. I would sell into this line to the 18,377. That's a big label line resistance. You got less than a minute on this candle here. Do watch after that wick into that trend line, guys. Okay, we got a few seconds here. Almost to the 10:30 mark before the stretch break. So be on the lookout for that and then look for the setups. I think, 20 minutes before 11 a.m., I think GME is going to break that 56. So be on the lookout. Okay, here's a brand new candle for NQ. We are touching the overbought territory line.
RX. SIGA. Fine. Fine. Jesus. Cut. ALGN. LHUN. ALDX. GSL. UWMCBTEX. ACMR. LOGC. LPSN. BMR. SMTC. LOGC. SKLZ. Legs. Ball. S. EYCR. NEP.
Okay, we're just now waiting for NQ to start pulling back because we're really in the overbought territory here. So shorts should be coming down, taking advantage of this short. It just made a little bit of tiny lower high there.
GSF, BMR. EVA. And your payment. CPTA. No, I have double. Best.
All right, guys. We're gonna go ahead and take a quick few-minute break here. I'm gonna do a quick water break and all that. So right now things are a little bit kind of slowing down on the stocks. Futures got a major pop, but we're also kind of touched the top peak here for the RSI as well as the trend line. So I say let it kind of cool off, and then let's see what happens at the setup for the 11 a.m. I would just still watch the meme stocks, really the meme stock day. And I think overall the morning session has been really good so far, but we just got, wait for the 20 minutes till 11 a.m. ripper dip time and then go from there. All right. So I'll be back and take a quick stretch break and see what we got in store for us towards 11 a.m. Okay, guys. So, what a show for Mr. NQ. Hopefully, you guys were getting ready for this beautiful, like I said, it's hitting the upper trend line. Get ready. Shorts are coming in, made a lower high, and started to crack out of this trend line and just got a massive short candle there. So hopefully you guys were able to take advantage of that. And right now for the stock side of things, unfortunately, it's still making lower highs on GME. So what does that mean for the rest of stocks like AMC and COS? Similar fate. Okay. So um lower highs here, as you can see, right? And then if you pull up AMC, which we can't even see AMC here, nowhere to be seen. I'm assuming it's down there as well. Yeah, you can see here AMC is lower highs. So not being able to get that pull up because daddy, mommy, and papi ain't going to Miami. So that's what's up. Everything else, that was it. I mean, really, the meme stock day, as you know, I'm gonna keep repeating myself, but once GME starts popping back up, guys, I would say, yeah, start rolling up your sleeves again. But I'm pretty much, waiting for one more trade today here for the 11 a.m. ripper dip setup, and then I'm gonna call it. So, still keeping my green streak as usual for the past, several weeks now, and I'm gonna keep on doing that by what? Just keeping it just discipline every single day, following the same protocol, the system, and everyone should be fine here. So the moment you decide to do something stupid and not follow your rules is when things go wrong. And you know this. So, all right. So let's go back here on NQ real quick because I mean, the Bears are really overdue for their deviation two line. They never even got their deviation two line earlier after the over here. They got down to about deviation one line. So I'll be watching for that.
SKYG.
So it was everything was aligning, right? The stars were aligning. Hit the overbought territory right at that 70, hit the upper trend line, lower high, confirmation of the RSI bending below the average line as it cracked out of the downtrend line below. I mean, it was just stars were aligning to sell, sell, sell. Let's flip it to short, short, short.
LITO.
I would just pay attention right now on NQ for the next candle since I'm gonna keep predicting it's gonna be a lower high and then a lower low coming because it's not breaking out of the downtrend lines yet unless it does. But right now you are seeing a little bit of a very strong support line here in the near the deviation one line for the bull. So next time as the next candle opens below here, below that 14 EMA, we get to hopefully see that thing plunging down, finally piercing into the deviation one line and more. So let's see what happens. Next candle, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bada boom, bada bang. There it is. And we are still downtrending here nicely. Let me kind of fix this back down here. So just sliding down, nice little mudslide back to the gulag, right? So we want to see that 18,300 crack, okay? Because we want to see despair for the bulls below 18,300. That's their, prideful line that they want to see it hold, and it could hold. But right now, it's kind of funny if you look at the RSI here. It's been bouncing around this level right at that 50. Seems like it's doing a pretty good job trying to hold this 50 RSI. And take a look at that. I'm gonna put a line there actually at the RSI. Every time it kind of pulls back down to the 50 RSI, for some reason, we have been seeing a little bit of bounce. So something to keep in mind, you can draw your lines on the RSI as well.
LPSN, MGL, MGL, 0. XPRO, LGBN, GSL, LITN, ALLR.
Hey, we got lower highs, and as you know, the high chance of lower low is still there. We just need to see this RSI finally cracking below that 50, and we will see it. So we're gonna have to be patient and wait it out till we see that not time going below 2 minutes and 30 seconds here.
LGBN, BWBFOEP, BWBN, BWBFGL, GOT, PIIR, ALGL. ALLR, XPRO, OSUR. FIHL, LGBN,
Okay, so far It is not making a lower low yet. If this RSI holding at the 50 could be potentially trying to take it one more, but I think the chances are relatively slim. I mean, yeah, it's a triple bottom look here, but I'm gonna wait. Like I said, just wait for the confirmation. That's all that matters right now. With the 50 RSI and below plunges, then I will see my line to the deviation 1 to deviation 2 on the short side. So still staying bearish because the bulls are going to need to get back above out of the trend line, and then that's going to be near that 14 EMA, that blue line right there. And the blue line right now is also kind of wedging down. It's starting to make a hill down. So just needs a little bit more time. I think, the bulls just, they're a bunch of knob heads right now. They just need a little bit of reality check that, what, this is coming down, making low highs, and low will be coming. It's just a matter of time. We can see the RSI start bending down below. So love to see this thing finally crack and go all the way down because I think the bulls already had their fat feast and they need to, go take a nap. But maybe they just want to still wedge out one more. Let's see. I think they just need to stop teasing us and just crack this line right here.
UWC, BWBN, BWBN. NFI, BHBN, SGML, OIF.
Hey, we got this 18300 testing again. We need the full body candle start like really kind of closing below that line here. Okay, coming back up for his 14 EMA, but 14 EMA needs to break now. We do have 9 more minutes till 11 a.m. Rip or dip. As you can see on GME, it did come back down to the same support level once again, folks. So do keep that in mind. The 48.80 has been a favorable line. The GME 48.80 line has been favorable for the bulls. So keep an eye on it again when it does get the candle break. 9 more minutes till 11 a.m. rip or dip time, and that is including the futures market as well.
YG. YEN. LG. BYSLC. RNA. OSUR. LOGC. OII. Here. HLMA. SGML. YG. YG. SMRG. SMRG.
Okay, as you already know, Bulls are very desperate to try to get back above the 14 EMA. If this keeps being another rejection here and they can't get back above here in the next 1 minute and 15 seconds, we will most likely plunge. So, Bulls, say your prayers, get on your knees, and say that, you know what, please let this 14 EMA curl. For the Bears, right now, I am still personally on the Bears side because we have not seen the reversal. So, yeah, I am still waiting for the bigger plunge as long as we don't see that getting back above 14 or wedging out of the downtrend line. So, right now, we are seeing a little bit of candle here one more time. This is a tricky area here, so I'm kind of staying put, waiting for that because right now the RSI kind of didn't cross yet. So this is an interesting area here. I just want to see this now kind of cracking here as well. It would be nice. They're gonna try to pop it one more time, but
QNCX.
the Bulls just couldn't get that thing cracking below the pink deadline all day today.
HITI. Terra. RBH.
Hey, GME, if you took at 48.80 again because you saw how great it was earlier, you're seeing the greatness happening potentially again here. Now we're at $50. Got to clear the 50 and become support, and we should be healthy up at 51.52. Okay, testing a resistance line again for the Bulls on NQ. Deviation 2 line. Oh. 4 more minutes and then we're gonna call it a day. For me, at least. Hopefully you too as well, because you made decent or nice bank in the green this morning. Okay, so it looks like it's getting a pop up towards 18,330 now. Jeez.
SKYG. SKLZ. 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 ALGM.
Okay, guys, we have literally 1 minute and 30 seconds left, and that's gonna be it on this NQ, and it's gonna hit 11 a.m. And that means I'm gonna getting off. So I am very curious to see how this is gonna look. Watch the RSI in the next 1 minute and 10 seconds here. I think we can get rid of this line now for now. So unfortunately here, the higher low started building and it's just did not crack that trend line. So bulls came back in
LGC,
and they're trying to take it up here.
XRL, FLGC, SMT, RBH, AHR, K, KZR, PRCT, ALGLMN.
Yep. This is looking great for them here. For the bulls. RSI curled up and they're trying to get it.
LGC, 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 AMPS, SRL,
It's looking like almost a U shape here, guys. It's almost like a U shape. So I would think that, last time it got rejected was this line at 51. This is probably where the bulls are going to want to get into next if this continues to build higher lows. So be on the lookout for that. GME, great job to those that got back in at the 48.80 line again. It's proven here last time, and that was also our breakout entry earlier this pre-market that took us all the way up to $80 a share. So hey guys, thanks for tuning in this morning. Overall, a pretty good day for a Tuesday. So looking forward to a wonderful Wednesday with you guys. Take care, everybody. God bless you all. Have a wonderful day, and looking forward to seeing you guys back here tomorrow morning.